Okay, moving right along, we have now Wesley Elul from Quizando.
Hi everybody, good morning. How you doing? We've been seeing some fantastic ICOs this morning, some fantastic projects dealing with various different parts of the industry, and I'm glad to hear that a lot of them have been talking about mass adoption. Mass adoption is an important thing in this industry. If we want to actually go forward, we're going to need a lot of people to be taking on these products, taking on these cryptos, holding wallets, and getting used to them. But the thing is, who is the mass adopters? We have to understand, the mass adoption is within the crypto space, growing the crypto space a little bit more, or just getting the average Joe in the street doing this. Let me introduce you to Quizando. Quizando is a product which we came up with in 2016. It was the world's first cash prize quiz platform where people pay to play and get into a quiz, taking the pub quiz, for example, from the normal pub up into the online world. We started this in 2016 as a trial beta, and throughout 2016 and 2017, we increased the game, studied it, saw what the players wanted, and grew our platform. During that period, we realized that there are a lot of people in the world who want to win things, but they want to win things not on pure chance, but on skill. And as we were looking at taking this to the next level, taking it and scaling it, we also realized there was a potential bigger market out there which nobody in the world has managed to crack. And that brought us to Quizando Live. Now, as you know, since the creation of social media, there have been influencers and content creators around the world who have been creating amazing content, sharing their opinions, likes, and dislikes for years. Some of them have created audiences of 5 million, 6 million, 20 million members of the audience and been able to monetize their audience through advertisers and third parties. But what about all those influencers and content creators who have 10, 50, or 100,000 users? These people are not monetizing their audience. These guys are making next to nothing, if anything at all. They might be getting, I don't know, energy drinks or protein bars out of their audience. Now, this is a very highly underutilized market. Because they're not doing live, we created Quizando Live. This is a platform whereby content creators and influencers around the world can host their own live quiz games. This is live video stream games with their audience. They have, again, if you have 50,000 people, if you have 5,000 people, you can start monetizing your audience from the word go. It's a very, very simple, easy-to-use platform where they have a live video stream, a live chat, and they're speaking to their audience and engaging their audience directly. It's a pay-to-play mechanism whereby the individual pays a nominal fee, €1, €2, whatever it might be. In return, will win a prize back, which is the pool of income. The influencer himself will get back a third of all money generated from these influencers. A third goes to the pool, and a third goes to our platform. What we have found out over the last 2 years is there is over 500 to 600 million quiz players around the world, according to Facebook's data. If you take a look at just YouTube's figures alone, there are 465,000 channels with 10,000 plus subscribers. Now, through our data and through our current 12,000 subscribers, we've seen that the average player plays about $100 a year on our platform. And in fact, today, we are in over 50 countries around the world with very little marketing in our beta site. By its very nature, a quiz platform and a pub quiz is all about a community. It's all about people working together and interacting together. And this is why we've created QuizCoin. QuizCoin is going to be our token, which we are going to allow users to buy, put into our game, and then get shared between our player, our platform, and the influencer. This allows the influencer complete trust about the money which is going into our system and how many players came on and how many players came out. And we are going to be we're actually working with a number of very influential people around the world. One of our main influencers who is already on board is Boyce Avenue. Boyce Avenue are YouTube's largest independent band with 12 million subscribers, over 4 billion views. They're actually shareholders in the company because they love the idea so much and they felt they could give back to the YouTube community at the early stage so we don't lose those amazing content creators at the very early stage. We're also concentrating on various different sectors for various different quizzes to bring in lots of different communities. The football sector is one of them. In fact, in the next 2 weeks, we are signing former England international and former Premier League stars. We have 3 of them lined up to be signed. We'll be announcing those very shortly. We're looking at people in the gaming community, in the food community, travel community, music community. All these people can start monetizing their followers directly without the need for advertisers. Our roadmap's very simple. We launched in May 2016. In August 2018, we launched our private token sale. We will actually be completing the beta version of our platform with the Quizando Live by the end of this year. In first quarter, we'll be launching the new site, and in Q19, we'll be having our public sale. We're currently in a private round right now where we're raising 1.2 million. This will be raised through private token sales, and this will secure us all the licensing to be regulated through Malta. This will also secure us the marketing, and after that, we'll be following by a 1.8 million sale. Here's just some basics on our token distribution. In fact, we're only allowing 30% of our tokens to be issued now. They will come in time. Let me just go through this very, very quickly. This is how our 3 million will actually be broken down into wages, marketing.
Take a look at that, guys, real quick, because we have to wrap it up.
Okay.
The breakdown.
So just very quickly, our players. We have 1 million players projected by the end of year 1. By the end of year 7, we're looking at about 7 million players. Our estimated project turnover will be close to 65 million by the end of year 5, just under 10 million in the first year.
Thank you very much, Wesley Elul from Quizando.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, we have questions, so hopefully that will get answered in the question. So, Daniel, do you have a question?
How do you reach out to a lot of these influencers? You said there was over 400,000 that had...
So there's 400,000, let's say, in the YouTube community. What we're doing is we're using peer referral on this. So let's say Boyce Avenue, they will be actually bringing to us 50 different major YouTube influencers who they know through their networks on YouTube. We're also reaching out because we do have, there are also influencer networks such as Indahash, there's Starflow. Patron, do you know Patron, the ICO? We're also in collaboration with them. We're trying to create partnerships between these organizations so we can find mutual benefit.
Thanks, that was really great. Who do you see as the competition for this? You were saying that this is, an untapped market, that there's a large potential there, and that you're really the first in the game, and that you've been there since 2016, but there must be others in the game. Okay, so there are already others in the game. Last year, in August, there was a company called HQ Trivia who launched in the US and UK. They actually managed to gain 2.5 million players per game. It was a free-to-play system, which they use. So free-to-play is obviously different than pay-to-play, but the thing is we're going to be seeing much larger pots. So this will encourage more people to get onto this. There are a couple of other people who have sprung up along the last couple of months, but again, they haven't created much traction when it comes down to it. Our 12,000 active players who are on the platform are showing us that there can be growth. Also, just to let you know, most of those came organically through just search engine optimization.
And we'll take one question from the audience. Anyone have a question for Quizando? Yes, Alex.
I'm always interested in what's kind of underwriting the value of a platform.
Okay.
And peer-to-peer can be challenging because there's very limited willingness to pay on kind of an individual person basis.
Yes.
So 2 questions, I guess. What has been sort of the demonstrated willingness to pay for a peer-to-peer type system like this?
Okay.
And the second one is, do you ever see any kind of scale users of this platform, big advertisers who are willing to sponsor ones or things like that?
Yes.
On the
Okay,
institutional
so
side.
we are actually working on a number of different verticals to first start off with. The first vertical is the influencers. We will be going to the advertising market to help them utilize, for example, audience information about what they think about products in time. With regards to peer-to-peer, we are slightly centralized in that our quiz base has to be centralized. It is a game. We need to have fair, structured rules. Our payment platform isn't. So what's going to happen is the game is going to almost act as an escrow. So we will be the trusted source. The influencer cannot take the money until we know that everything has gone through. The players can't take the money until we've actually evaluated that their questions have happened in a time which we deem as correct. If they're trying to game or cheat the system, they actually won't be getting the money there. So we're acting as a judge and a mediator between all 3 parties.
thank you very much to Wesley Alul from Quizando. Good luck.
Cheers.
Looks great.